Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is the game of the week on MLB The Show. It's South Carolina taking on North Carolina. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, dude. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here. Starting on the mound in this one, Jake Knapp. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game and look up. They're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Ball,
now
that's
it's the
unfair.
right fielder. 2-1 now. And that's
Ball
downstairs and outside. Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball right side, and that's foul. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. No advance, good job behind the dish.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now the first baseman. Yeah, that's fouled off. 1-2 now. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to...
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw there. Safe.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. There's another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. On to the bottom of the first. No score. And we're back. And today's starter, number 35. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Has room, and he makes the catch. Take a look at the lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Carter French.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency. That bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Adam swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now, left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher that's got some sink like that at the end. It's just the bottom falls out of it when it looks like it's going to be a pretty good pitch in that location that everyone says lefties love.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman. Second to count 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, number 6. In the dirt, 3-1. That one misses.
Nope.
So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now it's going to be Colin Priest. That's a hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Now the third baseman.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Swing and a miss. They get 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, Billy, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or give him the space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him.
Runner on the move. And the count 1-2. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here at the top of the second. Swinging. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty good 2-out at bat coming up now.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Out to short. Tosses the first. Third out. That ends the frame. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning. And now the right fielder, Tyson Bass. And there's the ball. Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides. Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Now at the plate, Luke Stevenson. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside of the breaking ball.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first.
He's
Gets
out.
the out, 2 down after the strike.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump, and there's just no messing around right now. Still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs. And that
That's
one is
ball
downstairs.
2.
Ball 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And a pitch. That one drilled left field. And it's off the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now the number 2 hitter. That one to first. He takes it on his own. And one away in the top of the 3rd.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to 3rd, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the first baseman. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And just swinging it in. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Definitely a strikeout situation right there, and he got it. You do not want him to put the ball in play and want to strand that runner at 3rd. Now all he needs is one more out to get it. Doesn't have to be a strikeout this time, since now they're 2 outs.
Now here is number 23. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Now one miss. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Here's a 2-2. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Third baseman, Gavin Gallagher.
On the ground to the left. And a quick out, number 1. And now the center fielder.
The center fielder, number 27.
The 1-2. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Pulls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. And now the DH, Carter French. Out to center, on his way over. Pulls it in to end the inning. On to the 4th, still scoreless. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Number 6.
And that one fouled off. Swings and misses. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Booth. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. The 1-1 is fouled off. 4th inning underway, no score. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there hits the top of the wall. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Just about got it out of here down the line to left. So I'm sure he wishes he could have put a little more behind it, but he's got to feel good about that missile off the wall. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Priest coming home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead. 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And here's the catcher. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Gets a piece and stays alive. Man at first, 1 away. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the...
There goes the runner. In there for strike 3. No throw. Safe at second. Now it's the shortstop. Runner at second. 2 down. Top half of inning number 4.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind. As to the...
Wow, threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, number 58. And that one popped in the air, left field. Coming on. 1 up, 1 down.
Now back, left fielder.
Here's the left fielder, Sawyer Black. The 1-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He was all over that one. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's the first baseman. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Black stands at first with 1 out. This one popped up. Brings it in. Out number 2.
Now back, right fielder, Tyson Bass.
So digging in, Tyson Bass. Line drive, base hit, right center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
First and second, 2 outs. Stevenson now at the plate. And now 1 and 2.
He's pitching well, but
1 ball,
not throwing a ton
2
of first
strikes.
pitch strikes. It usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws the first in time. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We're headed to the 5th. The Tigers with the lead, 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Up and
Nope,
in.
that's a ball.
It's 2-2.
Well, just about to hit that
2 balls,
century
2
mark.
strikes.
100 pitches for this game.
And he grounds one to the right
foul
side.
ball.
And foul ball. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Sizing this one up. Makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Now it's the right fielder on the ground to first. He'll do it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 down, base is empty. And now the first baseman. And that's
Helpful.
down and away. Hit on the ground to short. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the second baseman, number 60.
Nope.
Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. The 2-1. Ground ball left side. Jump throw across his body. Got him. Nice play.
Now batting, third baseman,
Here's the third baseman, Gavin Gallagher. And that's downstairs and outside.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike. Aye!
He goes down looking.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Here's the center fielder. Cut on and lifted in the air. He's got it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, number 23. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 26 comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his own right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
One down, base is empty. Fights it off, he'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing deep.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. And we're back. And here is Carter French. To the right side. And that one handled in plenty of time. The first leadoff man retired in the 6th. The batter will be the shortstop. Activity in the bullpen.
1 ball,
Joe
2 strikes.
up and throwing. Lee, the lefty, warming up as well. 1 out, base is empty. In the air, right side, under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, the left fielder.
So up next, Sawyer Black. In the air, left field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's the catcher. Now a streamer into the outfield. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Lead runner around second. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 40 takes over on the mound.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Swing and miss. He was late.
Well, a come and get me fastball right
One
there.
ball,
He didn't look
two
ready
strikes.
for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right there.
Just
Nope.
misses. They're now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Popped up. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And it remains 2-2.
Count it 3-2.
This is there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground to short. Whips it across.
Got it.
That's the first out at the top of the 7th.
Number 10.
And now the center fielder.
Here's a sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. Be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
They're now
2-1.
2 balls and a strike.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had
Outside,
so
that's
far,
a
he
ball.
doesn't look anxious at all.
Second and third, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number
About
7.
four, that pitch is
And
out.
that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And now the right fielder. Swing and a miss.
So hard to touch.
1 ball, 2
At the
strikes.
top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy.
3 swings through it, and that's the strikeout. Here's the first baseman. 2 outs. Bases are full. This one in the air. He's under it. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. Lee into the game.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Hey!
1 away. Big time out leading off the home 7th. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like
ball,
this. So
1
a
strike.
strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
Ball 4, take
And
the
the
base.
tying run is on base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a good free pass.
Now, Luke Stevenson. Popped up. He's under it. Snags it for the 2nd out.
Now batting, number 50.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Lee won't go any further, and a good job from the opener. Didn't allow a hit. Back with the new pitcher in a minute. Pitching change here, Joe Allen.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Now it's the second baseman. Swing and a ball popped up. He's under it. Makes the grab, and the inning is over. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, number 23.
Number 23.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Johnson gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
To third. Over to first.
He's out.
First out in the top of the eighth.
Now batting, number 6.
Now the left fielder. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the eighth. Late on that fastball.
One ball,
fire.
2 strikes.
You gotta remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch-out. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Colin Priest. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Moving under this one. And there's one down.
Now batting, number 27.
Here's the center fielder. Line drive, back to base hit. And the tying run is on base.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Joe Allen out of the game, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. So they turn things over to one of their young arms, number 33.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Checks over to first, back safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Runner on the goal. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. So the tying run is second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and a base hit. The throw in, but it's offline, and he will score. It's 1-1.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
With 2 down, and now Sawyer Black. And that one fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count. Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning.
Runner on the goal to the right side. And that one handled. Throws the first in time. And that will end the inning. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even at 1 apiece. The 9th inning is next on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. And we're back. Stepping in, number 8.
Hey! 2-2 down.
And The strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
A big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound. No question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
1-2 now. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. This is his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Now it's the shortstop. Down the line. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. You're at the top of the ninth. Pitches in the dirt, and that's ball 3. Cuts out and misses. That's the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors. Hard in the order. 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. All tied 1-1. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And now the first baseman, number 45.
Hey!
Now a pop-up on the infield. He's under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the right field,
Tyson Batts digs in now. All tied up. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Line, and that's a base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out flying. Lift it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Stevenson getting ready to hit. 2-1. Line drive, caught.
On the tag, you're
gets
out.
him, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 10th inning coming up. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now the center fielder, number 10. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. New pitcher on here, Ryan Lynch.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Nope.
Breaking ball
That's
inside.
inside.
And that's ball 3.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Ball 4, he walked in, and that keeps things going.
Exactly what they needed him to deliver there, and quality at bat. Now the pressure's on to find a way to get him home.
Puts a bunt down, and he picks it up in foul territory. On the ground to third, and it gets by him.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And they take the lead. It's 4-1. You can sense it inside the stadium. These fans are devastated.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
And next will be the cleanup hitter. Right side, and that chance handled. He steps on the bag, 1 away in the top half of the 10th.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Got it, swinging. 2 down, bases empty. And next is the designated hitter, Colin Priest. Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Gallagher brings it in, and that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. A new arm into the game, the righty, number 47. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Here's the second baseman. Now this is in the air down the line. Sizes this one up, calls it in, and there's one away.
Well, those could be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Fastball
that's
is
off the plate.
outside.
Ball 2.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's gone. A solo shot. And they cut into the deficit. It's 4-2.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
That's hard hit on the line. Calls it in, and there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Next is the designated hitter, Carter French. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
And the batter will be the shortstop. Throw to first, and he's back in there.
Well, at least you got the pitcher thinking a little bit. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. You get thrown out or picked off, it's over.
Lip to left, and that should do it. That's the ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras in 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us for the Game of the Week.